Hey, what are you doing?
Doing plyometric jumps here.
I bet you could do those a little bit deeper, maybe a little bit more intense.
Like a lot more intensity?
Yeah, probably.
All right.
Oh, yeah. You see the extra explosiveness out of that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a difference there. Thanks for pointing that out.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
That's a whole different ball game right
Oh,
there.
yeah. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. That's what a good trainer does.
Hey guys, what's going on? Today we are talking about the 3 most common mistakes that we see people make in the gym. And I think this video is going to not just address mistakes that beginners make in the gym, but the intermediate lifters as well as the advanced lifters make. I know I'm guilty of these mistakes at times, and I think probably Chaz is.
Yeah.
We don't like to admit it, but we're guilty of these. Intensity is something that you guys need to bring on every workout. And even if that means that you decrease some of the sets or decrease some of the reps that you do, the body is going to respond a lot better to that intensity, and that's going to be one of the major drivers for hypertrophy.
Yeah.
Is going to be intensity, but it's something that's going to take a lot more requirement. It's going to take a lot more focus and a lot more concentrated work to actually have happen, but it's going to work, and it's going to work every single time you do it. So do not negate the intensity factor. Make sure you bring it to every single one of your workouts.
Yes. Okay, so the second most common mistake that people make, which is number 2, is handling more weight than you're actually ready to handle while you're in the gym. So this would be like throwing on 300 pounds when you regularly work with like 135 just to get out, more strength, but you can't actually fluidly move that weight with a full contraction. You're more concentrating on just pressing the weight. So you're not really concentrating on like full muscle involvement while you're doing that exercise.
Yeah, focusing on the destination.
Yeah.
Like from point A to point Z, but without focusing actually on the journey from point B to point Y, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that's important. That's really important when we talk about actually focusing on the muscle and actually getting the most out of the muscle. And there's a thing called true strength, which is actually when you're actually executing the movement fluently and actually the way the movement pattern should be done, like on a squat. As you see here, Chaz doing the squat, he's exaggerating a lot. This is only 135. This guy over here can easily handle that, but what he's doing is he's exaggerating just a little bit for demonstration purposes. He's leaning forward just a little bit, altering the mechanics of the exercise, making a good exercise bad very quickly because the mechanics are not there. Whereas if he was actually focusing on the actual mechanics, lowering the weight a little bit, going through the range of motion the correct way, now he's executing the exercise in actually a true strength. Actually true strength versus what he was doing earlier called compensatory strength, where he's making compensations, still getting that movement accomplished, getting the weight from point A to point Z, but kind of really actually negating actually a lot of the actual fluid movement from point B to point Y, and that the journey is actually more important actually than the destination.
And that was very hard to ruin that move.
Yeah, I know, because that's 135. I mean, this, you squat way more than that. But if we're trying to make a point here that you need to be working on weight that you can handle. And we're not saying don't load a lot of weight on that bar. Add as much weight on that bar as you possibly can, but only when you're ready and when you've mastered the weight level below that, and work up to it.
Make sure that you can actually handle that weight that's a little bit less than that heavy weight that you want to do. Then your muscles will actually be ready, muscle memory will be there, so you'll actually be ready to do that move a little bit more than you would be if you were doing like 135 jumping up to 400. So.
Right, exactly. So point number 2, common mistake that's made in the gym, taking on more weight than you are ready to handle. Once you're ready though, go for it. All right, and point number 3, mistake number 3, I think directly relates to point number 2 and is kind of a cause and effect of point number 2. Which comes first, the chicken or the egg? Well, I don't know, but comparing yourself to others in the gym, especially those that are stronger than you or that are bigger, that have been in the gym longer or further along in their fitness journey, that's a huge mistake. Don't worry where anybody else is on their journey. You're not on their journey, you're on your journey, and that's something you need to keep in mind. Don't worry about the guy next to you that's holding those 80-pound dumbbells when all you have in your hand is 27.5-pound dumbbells, and that's all that you can bench press. Focus on what you're doing and work on what you're doing. Don't fall susceptible to saying, oh, I have got to lift more because the guy on the bench next to me is lifting more. And then you're going to go for that higher weight like we talked about in point number 2, and then go for too much weight and then actually end up injuring yourself.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're two totally different people. So, I mean, you're not on the same page.
Exactly.
Just like most couples.
Exactly. That's a whole nother topic for another discussion, another video, another day. But yeah, exactly. I mean, it's something that we need to think about. And I think we're all guilty of that. I think this may be a little bit more prevalent with maybe beginners because they're kind of overwhelmed by everybody else in the gym and people that are bigger than them and stronger than them, and
that's
they
the intimidation factor, which it's really easy to get intimidated, but just keeping that focus on yourself and not worrying about that other guy is what's really important.
Yeah, and the nice thing over here at Reps Fitness, you don't have any of those distractions.
Yeah.
Over here, it's just the trainer and you, and that's it.
Yeah.
There's nobody else, so you don't have to even be susceptible to any distractions. So that's one
Very
good
good
thing.
place to focus on yourself.
There's another plug for Reps Fitness, but hey, that's where we're at.
Yeah.
Great place. We enjoy this place. So anyway, that is the 3 points that we have for you today. There's a lot of other things we could have included, but those are kind of the 3 that are we kind of feel kind of all interlinked as far as mistakes that are made in the gym.
Yeah.
So don't fall susceptible to that.
Yes.
All right. So anyway, I hope you guys have a good week. We will see you very soon with another video. I think next week we're going to come back with another training video.
Oh yeah.
Might be something arm related.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good one.
I think that's
A lot
good.
of people like arms.
Yeah.
We might do
Arms
legs
is always
too, but-
something. Yeah, legs is always good. You never want to neglect legs, but everybody loves arm day.
Yeah.
So we might hit arms next week. All right. So hope you guys have a good week. We'll see you soon.